After over 6,000 trips and transactions since 2015 in this gig economy, really from apps like Uber, Lyft to Postmates, DoorDash, Lime, Shipt, and more, it didn't take long for me to understand that simple investments in certain accessories saved me time, they saved me headaches, and they actually made me more money. That's why in this video, I want to go over some important accessories that you should consider for your side hustle or your full-time hustle this year. Welcome to the channel. My name is Mike. On this channel, I help you with that gig economy, your side hustle, your full-time hustle, making money and creating multiple revenue streams. So if you are new here, consider subscribing. And for your reference, all accessories mentioned in this video will be linked down below in the description. So I mentioned the gig economy. A lot of these apps, again, it could be rideshare, it could be food delivery, scooter charging, grocery, parcel delivery, what have you. So if we think about these apps, what's one thing that a lot of these have in common? Well, typically it's the use of your personal vehicle. So category number one, and I list this number one because in my opinion, this is really an absolute accessory necessity, that's a dash cam. I'm sure you're familiar with really the premise of why you would get a dash cam, right? It's peace of mind, just in case something happens on the road. But if you are looking for a dash cam, and in my opinion, you really should get one if you're working on these apps here, here's a few things to consider. So for instance, this is the dash cam that I use. It's the Vantrue N2 Pro. At the time of filming this video, it is on sale. You can actually save $35 with a coupon here. But number one, of course, you want to look at the resolution. I like this one because it's actually a dual camera dash cam. So dual camera, yes. There's two cameras. There's one that films the exterior of the vehicle and one that films the interior cabin. Now, of course, it's all about documentation. So we can use both cameras at the same time and they'll both record at 1080p. Or we can focus on the front-facing camera and you can record up to 1440p. Now there's a Sony sensor in this dash camera, and again, up to 1440p resolution at 30 frames per second is gonna give you that sharper image to really, again, capture what's happening on the road or capture license plates. And if you do want to crank up the smoothness just a little bit to 60 frames per second, now this is a little downscaled at 1080p, you can do that as well with the front-facing camera. Another good thing about this, and this is something, again, to consider just generally with dash cams, is the aperture, or the f-stop on the sensor. So that f-stop is a measure of the aperture, basically how much light is going to be allowed into the sensor here. So what you're looking for is the lower the f-stop, or the aperture, the more light that will be allowed into that sensor. So the more light allowed into the sensor, a better image quality, specifically in low light. This is what you want with the dash cam. So the lower that f-stop, the aperture, the better. So the good thing about the Vantrue N2 Pro, or again, just any dash cam that you're looking at here, is this front-facing camera has a 1.8, a nice low f-stop aperture. Now on this model specifically, there's actually 4 infrared lights on the cabin, the interior facing camera. Now that's another tool to help with, again, the low light filming, the film quality here. So especially if you're a rideshare driver, or if you just want that solid documentation that you're actually, let's say, paying attention to the road, you're not on your phone, you want to have clear video, look for a dash cam with that interior infrared lighting. And now turning our attention back to food delivery. A small investment, or at least an investment that will absolutely save you headaches and make the job a whole lot easier, is investing in different carrier bags. Carrier bags, it can be a hot and cold bag as shown here. It can be this solid pickup, a catering bag, which I think really should be your first investment if you're driving on food delivery apps, or this premium pizza bag. Whenever I think about food delivery, whenever I'm driving, let's say Postmates, Uber Eats, or if you're driving on a DoorDash or Grubhub, what have you, right? When it comes to carrier bags, I just want it to work. I don't want it to break. I want the quality to be there and really just accomplish its main goal, is to keep the customer's food at temperature. So we want to look at bags that, number one, have that build quality. So it is an investment. It's not going to break down in and out of your vehicle, carried around restaurants, banged around, what have you. We want the build quality to be there. And then we want the installation to be there as well. Really, that's what you're paying for here as well. Now, this one from Belford, it has those features, and specifically, it's a larger size. Again, really that catering bag size that we're looking for. Now I can tell you, driving on these food delivery apps, 100%, doesn't matter what app you're driving for, but you will have customer orders that do not fit in these standard hot and cold bags. So going back to this model from Belford, there's actually two iterations here. There's a standard black classic, which I think would be fine, but if you do want to upgrade, there is a pro model. Now, the good thing on this is at the time of filming this video, both of these models are on sale as well. And you can see here it's actually an Amazon's Choice product. And then briefly looking at the pizza bags, I actually did a complete review of this one, the Rubbermaid commercial, and I actually put this head to head with a New Star pizza bag. Now, I liked this one, the Rubbermaid. It felt more commercial, it felt better build quality. Now, I didn't love the carry handles really on both models there, but I mean, for accomplishing the purpose that you needed to, plus the size, we can see here there's different sizes of the Rubbermaid bag. This is definitely a good pickup. Now, nextly, something that I honestly never thought about getting until something happened to me, or should I say my vehicle, that is a bumper guard. This one from Bump Shocks, this is the XL version. It's just that. There's different versions of this. This is actually the front bumper protector. But again, I was parked at a cafe doing some work, and you come back to your vehicle and I saw my front license plate, this was in San Diego, was nicely bent. So consider, especially if you're using your vehicle for these apps, absolutely 100% think about this Bump Shocks bumper guard, and ideally I would just pick up the front and then the rear guard. So since most likely you're using your personal vehicle for some of these apps here, it is important to keep your vehicle looking presentable. So you might have accessories, right? Cleaning accessories, towels, other little things. So chances are that's just stored in your trunk. So let's consider something like this so we can organize them nicely. So I picked up this Drive Auto Products trunk organizer, and I will tell you, this has been a game changer. There's different colorways of this. There's a tan, there's a black, there's a gray. Now you can actually store this in the front seats. You can clip it to the seats. You can clip it to the back trunk if you have hooks back there, but this has been great to store all of those towels, the accessories, the detailing products, and this actually collapses as well to different sizes. This has been really one of my most favorite purchases for my vehicle specifically. Keeping on the theme of vehicle accessories, or really something that is in your vehicle as far as an accessory, that is something to take care of your phone, a wireless phone car charger. For years, I drove with a standard DC power outlet, and there's nothing wrong with that. And frankly, I still use it from time to time. But that requires that I have to plug in my phone to charge it. And then I unplug it whenever I have a pickup, if I'm driving on food delivery apps. So I get back in, I plug it in. If I have another request, I got to do a pickup, I have to unplug it again. Something like this. This is the VANMASS wireless car charger. It wirelessly charges my phone. Now this does work if it's an Android, if it's an Apple phone, as long as it does have wireless charging. Now I like this because it's simply plugged into power, and then I can just take the phone out. It's a lot more seamless, and really it avoids those times where I forget that my phone was plugged in and I try to pull it off the charger and it basically just snags on the cord that's charging it. Now, another reason to look at something like this, well, specifically the VANMASS, its build quality. I actually did a head-to-head with this and another popular wireless car charger on Amazon. I like this one as far as build quality, reliability, the actual mechanisms, which actually this one does have auto adjusting arms that will clamp on your phone automatically. That's nice as well. Now, if you do prefer to have your phone plugged in just to your DC power using a standard power cord, I will leave something linked below specifically for an Apple product, but I will leave some options for Android devices as well as far as power delivery, so you can get your phone charged as fast as possible. And then lastly, something that took me way too long to try, but now it's a staple in that trunk organizer of mine. That's specifically these few Chemical Guys products. Chemical Guys, really the market leaders in cleaning and detailing products. Two specific products that I want to show you here. Number one, the interior cleaner, and then number two, which is crazy good, the afterwash. I have a black vehicle, and the afterwash, as you can see here, it shines while you drive. There's some crazy science behind it with hydrophobic driving technology, but it's fantastic. We can see here it adds a lubrication to reduce scratches and swirls, which is especially important on dark or black paints. And it does add that shine and gloss, which gives you that great wet look. And then secondly, the total interior product, it's simple. It's very simple. It is a cleaner, it is a protectant. I didn't like the really wet, kind of sticky, maybe oily shine of other interior cleaners. This is simply a straight to the point cleaner with a nice scent that I can trust on my vehicle. And this, we can see it's safe for dashboards, for windshields, nav screens, leather, vinyl, cloth, etc. Great product. So I think there's a good variety there of driving accessories, vehicle accessories, work accessories, as far as the bags that we talked about today. But I do have even more recommendations, products that I've used, that I've tested. Those are, again, linked down below in the description. So let me know, I'm curious, what's the next best product that I haven't discovered yet? Something that you discovered for, again, for your work in this gig economy, your side hustle, your full-time hustle, your vehicle, or some other accessory here. Let us know your favorite down below in the comments. If you got value in this video, definitely drop me a like. And you can also click or tap the screen here for my most recent video, as well as a video recommended for you. And I'll see you in the next one.